All right. Good afternoon. I trust that you are doing very well. My name is Kelvin Amwanza, and I'm streaming from different platforms. I'm on LinkedIn and Twitter, Facebook as well, and I think I'm also streaming on YouTube. So I may not follow exactly where you are watching me from or have some form of conversation, but what I would like to do is kindly leave a comment, leave some questions so that I'll be able to respond some of those questions. It's just a time where we go deep into issues that has to do with personal development, and as time progresses, we'll talk about also leadership as well. For the past few days, I've done a number of talks. You can go through the channel, whichever platform that you are watching me from, and just be able to browse through and listen to some of the talks and videos that I've done. My desire this year is to ensure that I provide value on all the platforms that I'm on, so that you can be empowered to go ahead and achieve some of the goals that you have set your heart to achieve this year. And I'm wishing you the best for 2022 and the years ahead. So today we'll talk about how you can accelerate your personal productivity, because ultimately everything that you're going to do this year, and more importantly, all the goals that you have set for yourself this year, what is going to enable you how to be able to achieve some of those goals that you have set for yourself is how productive you are going to be as a person. Because if you're not productive on a personal level, chances are some of the goals that you have set for yourself are not going to be achieved. So in this segment, I will share the consequences of low productivity, and I'll also go ahead and talk about 3 ways that I think are important that you can apply in your life to be able to improve your personal productivity. So let's go ahead and talk about what is personal productivity. I think personal productivity is how efficiently you go about achieving or completing the tasks that are important to you as a person. And that also has to be seen on a consistent basis. So it means that you have to have a system, a way of doing your task in a more efficient way, and so that you are able to deliver whatever project that you are involved in on time. And if you are a freelancer, it's very important for you to actually work on your personal productivity, because that, if it doesn't happen, it's going to affect your reputation, because it means that your clients are not going to be happy with you, because some projects are not going to be done at the right time, and also you may not even do certain projects efficiently. And at the end of the day, you're going to be labeled as somebody who delays to submit project on good time. If you are a student, it also means that being able to do all your schoolwork efficiently. If you are a parent, personal productivity is about you managing your work and accomplishing your task, whether at work, in your personal life, so that you have enough time available for you to go and spend with your children. So it's just important for us to be able to continue to evaluate how we are doing as far as personal productivity is concerned. One of the things that I've discovered along the way is that low personal productivity affects us in different ways. And one of the ways is that it affects our self-esteem. Because what happens that whenever we achieve certain goals and finish certain tasks, there is a feeling that we get. It's a positive feeling. And we are more energized to be able to fulfill and even do more tasks. The opposite of that is that when you fail to achieve a certain task and finish those tasks in good time, what's going to happen as well, you're going to start feeling bad about yourself. So this is going to affect how you perceive yourself, and ultimately the confidence that we have in achieving our goals and our dreams is linked to our self-esteem. If we have a low self-esteem, it means that we're not going to have the confidence, the courage that we need to be able to achieve those goals. So it's important for us to ensure that our productivity level is high, because if it doesn't, it's going to affect your self-esteem. The second thing that also low productivity does, it also affects your reputation. If you are working in your organization, you're going to be seen and be labeled as somebody who always submits, what your team needs very late. And when your reputation is affected, when a time comes when either you need to be promoted or you need to be considered for certain projects that are able to bring you to take you to a place where you are more exposed, chances are that you may be sidelined because you have developed a reputation due to your low productivity. But I also think that low personal productivity also affect our emotions, because when we are not feeling good about ourselves, it also goes down to affect our emotions, affect our moods, but also because when you are operating, when you have a low productivity, what is also happening is that chances are that you're not going to be above what you need to do, and in most of this, your work will be outstanding. The result of that is that you're going to be overwhelmed, and when we are overwhelmed, we are in a state emotionally that is not good, and ultimately also the process of not being good and feeling well emotionally is going to lead to a place where your health is affected. So it's important as we journey in 2022 that you find a way, you find means to stay above the things that you need to do that are important to you. Not only just to do them, but to do them efficiently. So it's very, very important for us to be able to do that. And ultimately also, if we look at personal productivity, because if you are a freelancer, you get paid, you get paid based on the work that you have accomplished, based on the work that you've finished. So if you are low in terms of productivity, it also means that it's going to affect also your income, because you are not going to be paid in good time, because you are taking very long for you to finish your task. Maybe the question is today, you are saying, but what can I do, Kelvin, to be able to manage and improve my personal productivity this year? Number one, it's not all of it. I'll give 3 points. In my program, my coaching program on productivity, there are a number of ways that you can look at improving your personal productivity. But for the sake of this session, we'll talk about 3 important means and ways that can enable you to accelerate your productivity. Number one, you have to remove your distraction. Identify the things that distracts you. It could be TV, it could be social media, it could be your phone, it could be a colleague. We can have those colleagues that like to talk too much, and whenever they come on your desk, at your desk, or they come into your office, they take so long and they're just talking and gossiping. If you can't identify what is distracting you, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to be productive. So you have to find ways and means to actually identify what are the things that are distracting you, stealing your time and affecting your focus, so that you are unable to finish and to do what you are supposed to do. And also, some friends who like to call. Maybe you have a friend, a brother, or somebody that that just like they like to call at awkward hours, and when they call you, they'll stay very long on the phone. Remember, every minute, every hour counts, and the longer you spend your time on non-productive things, what's going to do, it's going to affect your personal productivity, because you are not going to spend the time that you're supposed to spend in finishing your task. Point number 2, I like also what Peter Drucker once said. He said, and I paraphrase, that you cannot manage what you don't measure. You cannot manage what you don't measure. Linking to this point number 2 is that you have to create a to-do list, and make sure that you have listed the things, or the to-do list in the order of importance. Also, once you are done with that, going back to Peter Drucker's advice that you cannot manage what you don't measure, is that allocate the time that you need to accomplish each task. Because remember, if you spend 2 hours on a task that is supposed to take 30 minutes. What you are doing, that you have taken the time from another task that you are supposed to do. And what's going to happen at the end of the day, you are not going to accomplish what you wanted to accomplish in that particular day. But also in putting and allocating time, you are trying to measure so that you can manage your to-do list. And in fact, at the end of the day, you can actually even measure your productivity to say, on this particular day, I spent about 5 hours or 6 hours of maximum productivity. But on this day, I spent 3 hours of maximum productivity, because part of my hours in the day were taken by things that were not important, because that way you will be able to evaluate, to manage and control yourself so that you can focus to accomplish your task in a way that is efficient, in a way that is sustainable, so that this year, as I'm wishing you all the best, that you are able to accomplish the goals that you have set for yourself. The last point that I want to also raise, which I think is important because I think it works well for me, is that find out the time when you have when you perform very well. What do I mean? There are individuals that are very good, when they wake up in the morning, they're energetic and they are full of life. And there are some of us, when we wake up in the morning, we are already feeling tired. We have to take some time to really wake up and drag our feet out of bed and and get to a place where we can fully be awake and get to do certain things. So if you are a morning person, it means that allocate the most difficult tasks that you have in that particular day, accomplish them in the day, the most difficult and the most important tasks, because you want to maximize on your energy levels. If you are like me, that you become alive in the evening or in the night, also as you spend time with your family, because it's important. Life can't just be about work and accomplish certain things. It's also about spending time with our loved one. But once you have done all that, and because you are most awake in the night, also make sure if there are things that you didn't do in the day that were outstanding, make sure that you invest your time and your energy to do those things. In fact, if you are more awake in the night, it's also a good time for you also to create a list of to-do lists, so that the following day you know exactly what you need to do. If you are a morning person, focus on doing most important and most difficult tasks also in the morning. But also in the morning, make sure that you have set your to-do list and make sure that they are in the order of importance, and that you have allocated the time that you need to actually you need to be able to accomplish those tasks. So that's it for today, and I'm truly wishing you all the best, that you are going to be more productive this year. And as a reminder today is that make sure that you are measuring your activities. Make sure that you are managing your time, because if you are not managing your activities and your time, you are going to find out that you are not doing things that are important to you. And remember what I said, that low productivity will affect your self-esteem. Low productivity will affect also your emotional state. Low productivity will affect your reputation. And my wish for you is that this year you're going to be above the activities, and you're going to be in control of the things that you need to do on a daily basis. Wishing you all the best, and I will see you again as I bring another segment on personal development. My name is Kelvin Amwanza, and I will see you again, and enjoy the rest of the day. God bless you.